Well, good morning. This is Wander on day 210 of my Appalachian Trail journey. Today, Brother John right there is dropping me off at East Flagstaff Road. I came out down there a couple days ago. And so today I'm heading in here, heading 11.9 miles over to Scott Road. And so that'll be my day. Should be a pretty gentle day. I got a couple climbs early on, a couple humps, but they're mild. And no river crossings of significant issues, and plenty of water on trail, and it's supposed to be a good sunny day today. So with that being said, I will get going and I will bring you back if I got something to share. All right, got this nice bridge here flowing over this puddle, pond, swamp, something. All right. We got a lot of rain during the night, though it's clear now. So the trail is very damp. And where I started off at this morning, there was a lot of leaves that had been washed to the side. You can tell the trail had been a river during the rainstorm. Got just a little bit later start today. That was on purpose, just to give a little more daylight, and since I don't have quite as far to go today, wasn't in a real big hurry to get started. All right, I gotta watch where I step. These roots are wet and that makes them slick. So I will bring you back later. Okay, we got a little bridge here. Oh, it's unstable. And all right, let's get it not slick. A little bit of current flowing through there. Huh. All right. Yeah, these are slick, so gotta be careful on those bog boards too. Hey, this is the Flagstaff Lake, and it's quite breezy out here. You can see the wave action going on. Looks like somebody's sitting in this boat over there. But yeah, it's quite breezy here this morning, and we'll keep going. Okay, just a curiosity in the woods here. Life preserver. Looks like they've been there for a while. There's some kind of a tent shelter back there, something. But that's the fifth one I've seen tied up in the branches like that.
Distance 0.25.
So I don't know what that's all about. I don't know if there's somebody sleeping over there, or if it's just for what reason, I don't know. But anyhow, continuing on, still circling Flagstaff Lake. I think the wind and the rain last night brought down a lot of twigs and branches off trees. Seen a lot of stuff on the road, and been some smaller stuff on the trail here. Okay, here's a nice little bridge. And just a little tiny trickle down there. Not much flowing into Flagstaff Lake. Here's a little water feature for you. Coming down here and heading on down to the lake. I mentioned a minute ago about those, or maybe I didn't, about the life preservers I've seen hanging on trees. I guess I did too, but past maybe a dozen or more. But I also noticed that at each one off to the side there was a tent. Well, actually it wasn't a tent, there were tarp shelters set up. Individuals type, you know, and one of them, a girl was out hanging up her sleeping bag. I don't know if it got wet during the night because it did rain a lot. But yeah, there was a, first I thought it was a coincidence, but each one of those red life jackets off to that side of the trail, because the life jackets were on either side of the trail, but on the side of the trail it was on, you would see a tarp shelter set up down there somewhere. Some of them looked like they might have had a bivy sack under it. Some of them couldn't tell anything under it, other than one of them looked like it had a sleeping pad propped up, which I thought, you know, for strange for being a storage place out there with an inflated sleeping bag. So that explains why it's inflated, because somebody was staying there. So yeah, that section around the lake apparently has a lot of campsites. They're definitely not big, because they were just kind of individual small single person setups. Okay, they've given us a couple road signs here. Appalachian Trail south, and then over here it's Appalachian Trail north, and we go up. I think this begins this climb, this first climb for today. All right, let's make it happen. Well, just thought I'd come back and let's see the trail for a second. It's been a steady uphill climb for the last, I don't know, 3/10 of a mile, maybe 4/10. I don't know. Not much farther to the top of this little hill, but the climb has been, I mean, it's been steady up, but it's not been hard. It's just, you just take your time. But that being said, I'm sweating like crazy. It's 65 degrees out here, so it's warmer than it has been in recent starts. And and with rain last night, high humidity right now, it's not drying off much, so I'm pretty wet. Yeah, still climbing up. Oh, bug net's on because got tired of spider webs again. That happens. Here's one of these AT markers. Now here's another little water feature. I think after last night's rain, a lot of these little streamlets are running that I suspect would normally be dry. I've been crossing dozens of them, it seems like. Some just flowing across the trail, some of them are down the trail. So, yeah, but a lot of water on the trail today, which is a good thing. All right, just coming out on a road. This is Long Falls Dam Road, which we've been up and down this one a time or two. Freshly paved road. Yeah, it would have been a nice one for a pickup or a drop off, but the mileage just didn't work. So, no worries. Appalachian Trail north, going this way. And there's a road sign. West Carey Pond Lean-To, East Carey, Pierce Pond. Not going to any of those places. Alright. Kennebec River, I crossed that last year, so I'm not doing the Kennebec River crossing this year. So this is Jerome Brook, and the trail goes across over there. I gotta find a place to rock hop. Let's see, I see people have gone down this way a ways. Let's see if there's, oh yeah, Yeah, it's like stepping stones going right across. Yeah, I think that'll work. Let's see if I'm brave and hold on to the camera. Now the next one will be the iffy one. Okay, easy. Across that one, and we're up. Okay, trail goes this way. Well, I just started on the downside of my second big hump for today, and so now I got about 1.5 miles downhill, I think. So I got about 1.5 miles downhill, I think. Anyhow, but it's the trail really, I won't say levels out, but there's no more big climbs, just some few humps here and there, and just very small stuff for the rest of the day. So I've got 4 3/4 miles in out of what's that give me? 7, a little over 7 miles to go. So yeah, so far it's doing good. It's a little almost 8:30. So trail's been good today. Just came across some road signs. Great Carrying Place Portage Trail, Follow Connected Trail. And then there's orange and red or yellow blazes there. And over here we got Appalachian Trail north and south. Arnold Point, West Carey Pond, 1.9 miles. I think I'm going to stop there for water, maybe before then. But anyhow, trail's been pretty good today. So right now the trail is double blazed with a AT white blaze and this Portage, Carey Pond, whatever, orange round tag. Oh, I can see the water up ahead through the trees. So, like I said, I plan on getting some water up there. My first bottle lasted me about 5.5 miles, 5 1/4 miles, something like that. And I just now started my second bottle. I'm at 5 3/4 in. So I figure I'll guzzle a lot, fill 2 bottles, and that should about last me for the rest of the day. If not, there's other water sources throughout today. So it's not like some days that are all dry. With yesterday's rain, there's all kinds of little streamlets that are flowing that I could get water out if need be, if the big streams weren't full, but I don't think that'll be an issue today. All right, there may be better views up ahead here, but thought I'd let you see this. All right, road sign, West Carey Pond lean-to, 100 yards up that way. Maybe you can see it, I think I can. East Carey Pond, 2.6 Pierce Pond lean-to, 10 miles, Long Falls Dam, Little Bigelow. Yeah, those are all behind me, so I am continuing this way. Actually, is this where I want to get water? It's been almost 6.5 miles. I got 5.5 to go. Maybe I'll top off my water here. I need to see what the water looks like. With all the wind stirring it up, it may be better to wait for a stream that's not been agitated by the wind. I'll let you know. All right, I think I can get water here easy enough. I just scoop it out of that hole right there, and doesn't look too bad. Okay, so I did not get water there. It was, as I suspected, the water, the waves are churning up the debris in the water, so there was quite a bit of junk in there. There was quite a bit of debris in the water when I scooped up some, and so I was like, yeah, I don't want to try to filter that, clog my filter all up. So there have been enough little streamlets coming down. Hopefully there still is, where I can just gather some water and be good at that. You know, I've gone 6.5 miles. Got 4.5 to go. I got half a bottle of water left, so it'll get me some distance before I got to worry about it. And there are other water sources, reliable water sources coming up, so we'll see. Okay, so come to the sign and see if I can't get a picture of it. Alright, you can pause that and review that if you want to. So far I haven't got any water yet. Still got some left, so I'm not worried. It's not a hot day and I'm not sweating a lot anymore. But so I'll keep continuing up the trail and looking. I've got over almost 7.25 miles in, so I've got 3 3/4 to go for today. So making today making good time, and I should be done. Might be done by noon. Who knows? We'll see. That'd be nice. I don't know if you can make that out or not, but that's a interesting tree across the trail. Okay, what have we here? Looks like a sluice box. It goes on for a ways. Crossing this marsh or bog or swamp or something. I guess there's water over there. Smells like a swamp. Not much of a current down there. And back into the woods, and up we go. Okay, coming out to a road crossing, Appalachian Trail, north to the left, south goes that way. The white blazes tell me to turn left. So I guess I gotta go left. I'm not sure how far. Let me check the app and make sure. Yeah, so that's the great. Down there is the other trail. Oh, there's a white blaze down here, so looks like I'm on the road for a bit. I didn't see this on the map, so I don't know how far this goes before I turn in. Well, I still see a blaze down here, so we keep going this way. Okay, here's a little stream. I'm gonna try to get a little bit of water here. Okay, came across this nice bridge here in the middle of the wilderness. A little bit of water flowing. I guess if you're desperate for water, you could Get some here, nice little trickle there. So yeah, so that would be a good source of water. I did get water back there in case I forgot to tell you. At the road crossing. Just came out to East Carey Pond. Let's see if I can get up here to the edge and let you see a little bit here. Nice little pond here, and looks like the wind has calmed down, or unless it's coming from this direction, but not quite so. Waves ain't quite so rough here. All right, I got less than 2 miles to go for this day. First I got to circle this pond, at least the top half of it, and then we'll continue on until Brother John meets us. Okay, so here is another look at this beach and this thing from the beach here. That wasn't enough. There's more. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. All right, here's another view of this lake. The last time when I was over there around that point where that tree's at, where I took it by the beach, off to my left there was a sunbather. Hiker of some sort, but he was completely enjoying the outdoors and the sun, trying to get full exposure, because he was completely nude. So, yeah, I didn't get him in the picture. All right, that's be glad to get away from this lake. It's been all this tight brush, rooty and rocks, and hopefully when I get away from it, it'll clean up a bit. Hopefully. Well, there's a fine how do you do. How do you get through that mess? I think I see a lot of traffic going around this way. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Good idea. We just come across here, I guess. And circle back up here. There. Now we're on the other side of it. Easy. According to earlier estimations, I should be there by now. But for some reason, it wanted to tack on an extra 3/10 of a mile. I don't know why. So I guess I'll get there when I get there. Okay, I believe I see the road ahead here. That's my destination for today. I don't see Brother John. He was trying to time it to where I got here same time I did. So I will stop here once I make sure this is where I need to be, and we'll call it a day.